Hey, you beautiful, wonderful souls. It's your favorite little keto goofball diamond, and today is day 1508 or 9 of my ketogenic journey. For those of you who are new here, going from 311 pounds, plus pounds, all the way down to 160-ish, 155-ish, losing 155-ish pounds. It's been this whole journey. And I tell you about it every single day, plus some. Everything I can think of, I talk about it because it's my life. Because see, it says Keto Diamond, which means keto and diamond. And you get both. So, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell if you want to hear me rant, rave, and misbehave. Keto Diamond style. Oh my, what an irritating damn day. The entire thing. Just irritating. I'm okay though, I promise. I'm not going to be completely manic and insane right this minute. I'm going to do that on another site in video form, and I'm going to upload that, and I'm going to let you know it's there. And then you can see it for me ranting, raving, and misbehaving about something I'm not allowed to talk about here. Don't think that doesn't irritate me too. But that's okay. I will get my knowledge out there one way or the other. Alright, but that's down the road. Probably tomorrow. Because I'm irritated. Probably should wait till tomorrow. I did get a little bit of sleep, like 5 hours, maybe. Let's see if my little watchy thing will tell me. Because sometimes it will not tell me how much sleep I've got. It'll act like ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing to see here. Why is there Starbucks on this thing? I guess they have like a thing with them. I don't really know. 4 hours and 55 minutes of sleep. Woohoo! Well, I got up this morning and me and grandbaby Zach went to urgent care where I decided to be tested. Well, I called them when I got to the parking lot because I know that that's kind of standard procedure for our local little place. And I told them that I was exposed, but it was just yesterday that I knew of, and that maybe I might need to be tested. And they said, okay, well, do you have any symptoms? I said, you know, normal seasonal allergy type stuff, little congestion, little cough, a mild headache, but I taste metal all the time. And it's been going on for 4 or more days. He's like, yeah, you need to be tested because apparently that is a symptom. Now, one of you had told me previously that that was a symptom. One of you in the comments from yesterday, I think, said that you have heard that multiple times or experienced that. And I had tried to look it up to research it, but I keep coming up with things of recovery, or that's a recovery symptom. But that doesn't seem to be the case for everybody. And the doctor up there seemed to think it was, you know, a symptom. So I have a handy dandy nifty work note. I know that there are some ways they pay you for being out. I'm not sure I'll have to be out yet because I had my test done today. They said the results will take 3 to 5 days. And of course they prescribed nothing, did nothing, other than, you know, go to the hospital if you're dying. But they'll let me know in 3 to 5 days, in which time, of course, I have to quarantine, and at which time I could get a false negative. It says so on my paper. So basically, I can't go back to work until I feel better and there's no fever. The thing about the fever is, and I keep checking myself because I didn't think I had one, and she didn't check me for one. Okay, so you know how they just do that little beep thing to your head now? I never saw that come out, never once, and I thought that was odd. I was like, usually that's the first thing they do is take your temperature. And they put the little thingy on your finger and they check your blood pressure. They did check my blood pressure. But if she went beep and I didn't see it, considering what the doctor said, she probably would have said something because normally the nurse will say, oh yeah, you have a fever, or you don't, you're fine. Not always, but typically. Well, the doctor came in and said, yeah, you had a fever of 100.5. I didn't have the presence of mind because my brain instantly started trying to work out wait, did I miss something? Did she take my temperature? I don't think she didn't take it. But that's what he wrote down. But I am 99.9% sure she didn't check my temperature, and they put it on my paperwork. Maybe he had me mixed up with another patient, but that's a little disconcerting there, you know? So it's like, okay. And of course, the nurse stuck that thingamabob up my nose, and one of you told me about it, like, after I'd already had it done. Do it at home, they make your nose bleed, or they could. Luckily, mine didn't. It was irritating, the whole damn day's irritating. But it feels like she was tickling my brain or trying to poke at it. It's like, oh my God, knock it off already. And she's, oh, we're all done. I'm like, there's really no way to explain how it doesn't. It didn't kill me, but it was highly unpleasant. It was definitely eye-watering, and I've had the test done once before a while back when I was exposed from somebody else, and it was just a tickle test on the inside of my nose, and I was fine. I knew the results of that the same day. So this 3 to 5 days, different things. Now, before anybody else tells me, I already know that the test is not actually designed for that and cannot actually pinpoint that. It just tells you there is something wrong. And I know a lot of you will argue with me on that, but just look into it. It's a whole thing, okay? It really is. It was not designed for that. It cannot pinpoint that, even if they claim it can. Those tests do not work that way, and were designed long before this came out. So anyway, I'm gonna let you make your own choices, your own decisions, and I'll put everything over on that other site and let you know it's there. Because again, here on this particular platform, you don't have a hell of a lot of freedom to say what's on your mind. Some people can get by with it, but some people also have lawyers and money. I don't, and I would like to be able to help people. So right now, I'm just going to be able to tell you my experience here, and if you're interested in other stuff, like I said, later there'll be a link and you can go over there. But for the time being, I am isolated for at least 3 to 5 days, or quarantined for at least 3 to 5 days. At the moment, if I do have it, it's extremely mild. I have an irritating headache, and I've had it for a few days now. It's just irritating. It's not like a pounding sensation. I've had those, and they suck many times, but it's just there, and it's like, will you just go away? But it's not quite bad enough to reach for the Tylenol, you know what I mean? And I checked my fever once I got home, or my temperature once I got home, and this little doohickey that my mom bought for 14 bucks for me, I'm normal. In fact, it takes like 30 seconds. Let's try it out. Mm-hmm. 97.8. And I've been around about that range all day. And that's usually my normal range. I don't think they tested my temperature. I guess they had me mixed up with somebody else. I really don't know. But it seemed mighty weird. That's all. And I know I just took a sip of drink. My drink is room temperature. I don't even rarely put these in the refrigerator. But that could affect something. However, that's been pretty much the reading all day right around in that area. So I am keeping an eye on it because my cheeks are hot, but that's usually because I'm irritated or pissed. If I get angry, my cheeks will almost glow. If I get really hot, they'll almost glow too. But my boss used to think that meant I was like embarrassed. No, it meant I was about to kick his ass. Not my current bosses. A fellow I worked for back years ago. He was one of them people. Sometimes he made you laugh, and sometimes you wanted to. But yeah, he always thought I was just embarrassed. No, run. But yeah, so I don't know. Right this minute, I don't feel bad. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Doesn't mean I have it. Doesn't mean I don't have it. The test doesn't mean I have it and don't have it. Nothing really means anything, but hell, I don't know. I got tested, and because it's the socially responsible thing to do. And it would be if it was accurate to a certain degree. Now, some things claim it's like 70% accurate, like blood glucose reading. Science, man, science. I expect it to be double checkable and be the same damn result. That's what science is supposed to be, getting the same result over and over again, making it scientific evidence. Is that only irritating to me? That things don't have to be that damn accurate for them to give you a diagnosis? My blood pressure seems to be damn accurate. That's the real thing the doctor was concerned about today. He's like, whoa, your blood pressure's high. I'm like, not for me. It's pretty good right now. For those of you who are just tuning in, I know I'm a little irritated, but one and only disease I cannot get rid of on keto. One, probably because I stay irritated, but is my blood pressure. I've had this problem for 13, 14 years. I don't remember. I know I got it. I had gotten pregnant right after they gave me birth control pills. A new kind. They had switched me from one brand to the other. There was no gap in between them, but I had gotten pregnant, and I carried for 4 months, lost it, and my blood pressure just shot up and just never came back down. They've looked for so many reasons. That's one thing I was like demanding of my doctor. I don't want the pills simply to lower my blood pressure. I want to lower my blood pressure safe, and I want to know why it's high. And thus far, that is the only thing I cannot eliminate yet. I had 30 diseases when I started this journey. Now I have 29 because of using knowledge. Wonderful knowledge that you can find anywhere. So you don't got to pay for keto knowledge, okay? It's right here where you can find it. There's so many websites, including mine, ketodiamond.com, or playlists on the front of this channel, How To for Beginners. It's right here to be found, free of charge. And I want to keep it that way because if you don't know me, if you haven't followed my journey, pretty much they needed $100 down to do a medical test about 4 or 5 years ago. And I was like, well, I'm just going to die because I ain't got it, you know. Oh, well, what can I really do? But it floors me. It all floors me. And it's irritating. And that's not even the only factors that have been irritating today. So it's just a lot of stress. And Zach, of course, is going to be out of school till the 24th because his uncle also tested positive yesterday. And then I haven't tested positive, just to be clear. But I have had to be tested, and he happened to go with me because he was with me. And he's here. He's just hiding out in the bathroom playing with his iPad. Works, right? But I'd like to say I'm tired, but you guys have heard that 1,000,001 times. 4 hours, 55 minutes sleep. That's more than typically average for me. And that's also irritating because I try so hard to lay back down and get back to sleep, and my brain's like, no, we awake. Let's wash some dishes. We don't want to wash no dishes. Did anyway. Fine. I also thought earlier today I might have the metallic taste figured out. Some of you know that I stopped drinking like out of the metal containers just to see if that had any bearing. Today I decided to make sure I was using plastic spoons and forks to no effect. And I thought, well, maybe it's my coffee because I just switched to this coffee. But I haven't had any all day and I'm still tasting metal so bad. And I don't really want to say that, but I mean, you know, they say you lose your taste and smell. And I really don't want to lose my taste and smell, but I'm not sure that losing my taste over tasting metal is better or worse. Ugh. I mean, literally tastes like I've been chewing on pennies and nickels and dimes, dirty ones. I can't get it to go away. Irritating. And I'm probably irritating y'all, telling y'all my irritating problems. Keto, though, also irritating, I think. Forgot my weight, but I think I went up this morning. Did I record it? Pretty sure I did. If I did, it's at the end of the video. After I say bye-bye, all the clips will play with what I ate yesterday, my weigh-in from the day before, and my weigh-in from this morning. So if I did it, it will be on there. But I will say that whatever it was wasn't too bad, and I don't think it was accurate. Because by the time I got to the doctor's office, you know, they weigh you. I think my weigh-in on the scale this morning here said 165 point something, if I'm not mistaken. But several hours later, while I was at the doctor and stepped on it wearing my clothing, which I don't do at home, I take everything off but my undies and kind of cover these so that when I lean over that very reflective scale, you don't see no goodies flying out. So I'm pretty much stark naked. But at the doctor's office, I was 165, which means I would have went down at least 0.2 pounds plus my clothing weight. So I would guess I was 163, 164 accurately. And I've got 3 scales over there. None of them weigh the same. None of them are accurate. Oops. Alright, so this urgent care doctor thought that it was a good idea to put me back on the HTCZ, which was hydrochlorothiazide, which is a fluid pill that goes along with my lisinopril, the blood pressure pill. At one point, I had my blood pressure under control on keto, but I don't know exactly what I did to control it. I thought it was fluid intake, but I seemed to drink plenty of fluid. I thought, I don't know what I was doing then to now. I take potassium, I take magnesium, so I mean, if those were going to help, they would help on a daily. Let's see if he wrote my blood pressure down. I would hope so, because they did give me all my paperwork, including do's and don'ts and all that stuff. Let's see here. Alright. Blood pressure. Y'all gonna love this. 197 over 119. And I've seen it much higher. Temperature 100.5. They didn't take it. Oxygen saturation 99%. They didn't take it. I'm pretty sure those 2 things, I mean, they would have done. And the nurse was only in there for about 5 minutes. She asked me a bunch of questions, took my blood pressure, and went and got the doctor. I just hope it's right. I don't know. But respiration 20. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. BMI 32.22%, which is still a little bit high. But it used to be like 56% or something like that, so crazy high. Double what I should be, most certainly. Might have been more than that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he prescribed the hydrochlorothiazide, 12.5, which I can't pick up because I'm quarantined, so I'll have to have somebody else do that for me tomorrow. And trying to stay away from everybody. And plus, if you've been watching my channel, you know I go a lot. I don't stay home. I'm always on the go. So that's irritating. And I did what any girl who was stuck at home all day did. I dyed my hair. Back to the more bright, shiny blonde. I've actually had this bottle in here for 2-3 months. And then I was like, I bought it. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah, I don't need to do that. I still think I like it better. I think I like the light blonde better than the darker. I was kind of letting it grow out to see if I had any gray. But then it grew out and I didn't see any gray, and I just kind of kept letting it grow out. Blonde is easy for me to maintain. That dark red, which I love on me, it's just not easy for me to maintain. The blonde roots come in and it just kind of looks like I'm going bald for a little while because my roots are so white at first. And then they darken up and then they turn white again. So the bottom of my hair ends up looking like this, but the top kind of like midsection looks brown, and then the roots will look blonde. And it does what it wants to. It just really does. But I've always been pretty much this color, either naturally or from a bottle. But I didn't see any gray. I've been waiting for it because like everybody my age that I know has gray. I'm like, well, maybe it's just not going to show in my hair that much. But some of my hair was kind of dark, so I would thought it would have showed. Not yet. And, okay, not that I'm in a hurry to get grays. I don't want to say that, but I am wondering what it's going to look like on me. But I don't know. If I'm going to be an older grandmother, I would kind of like to look the part, but not. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anthony, his hair was so cute. He has these little curls right back here, and you could fluff them up and poke them out. And I was thinking, I'd kind of like that haircut. Hubby would stroke. If I do it, he won't be there. That way he can yell when I get home. And just so we know, or just so you understand, I really don't care what he says. But I also take into consideration his opinions. Does that make sense? We've been married for going on 24 years, right? 24. Our son's, shit, 24 or 25 years. I don't know. Once you've been married so long, those years just kind of fly by. And this one really flew by. Seemed like just yesterday we was up in Gatlinburg. Well, of course we was early. Yeah, I didn't see that. Ugh. I need a sec. Oh, yay. Metallic toothpaste. Doesn't really help, but it gives it a minty taste. I swear I'm really not this sick. My nose just started being insane. And I sneezed, which is not a symptom. But allergies, I have those every year anyway. There was a time before I started keto that if I'd gotten sick with anything, even COVID, I wouldn't have noticed. I was always sick. I had a bad cough all the time, to the point where I literally had to wear a pad because I peed on myself a lot, like trickles, but still it was constant. I mean, if I didn't wear one, I just ruined my clothes and have to change 5 times a day. But the coughing was that bad. And apparently I'm just like very sensitive to a lot of foods, which is crazy, but it's true. You know, we were talking about stuff over the last couple of days, and some people believe it's one size fits all and everybody should do it. But I want to just kind of remind folks that no two bodies are the same. None. In anything, in keto, you can't compare your journey to your closest friend, even if y'all are eating the exact same things. Some things she will be able to have, and some things you will not, or he. But some things will be perfectly great for your body. Some things will give your friend a real adverse reaction. A lot of you report that you can have sucralose with no problem. I get kicked immediately. I get sick. I get nausea. Well, a lot of sciencey stuff. There are so many things that I can't eat, and my body is also a little half-assed backwards with medication. My mother and them always talk about how hydrocodone puts them to sleep. Well, I was prescribed it one time, and it made me bounce off the walls. It made me so crazy hyper. I literally cleaned my entire house for like a week, which I'm going to be home a lot, so, which I have some now. Not really. That's not my point. I just need to, I'll probably end up just cleaning a lot and hopping around Zach, who's over there eating hot Cheetos. But he can, you know. And of course, I would send him home if it was better there, but considering his uncle has it and they all probably have it by now, there's really no better place to send him. His other grandma has to work, so he's stuck with little old me. But he loves me, and hopefully he won't get sick. And hopefully I won't get sick. Although right now, which is crazy because I just checked my temperature, I do feel kind of hot, like up in here. But it could be just from the sneezing, right? You know, somebody told me that when they had it, their insulin levels stayed high, or their glucose levels stayed high. I do have a sticky thing. Let's find it. Let me pause this to prep. I already poked myself so y'all didn't have to watch me being a coward. I hate poking myself. So we're going to check our glucose first. I'm going to go check my ketones too. I haven't ate anything in a while, actually. So let's see. Glucose counting down. 111. That is. The other day I had the highest reading I've had since I've started keto. In fact, since I think ever. I don't think I've ever had a reading that high, which was 148. And I hadn't ate anything that should have done that. So this is 111, which again, 70% accuracy. But 111 is still quite high considering I haven't eaten quite a while. Let's see, ketones. The two things together tell kind of a story. Your GKI counting down for ketones. .4. So the ketones are fine. 0.5 is nutritional ketosis. 0.4, I have ketones, no problem. I don't know if not being completely well will change those, pain or anything else like that, although I have heard now that pain does affect your glucose readings, or blood sugar readings. You know what? There's two words. I know they are completely different, but my brain mixes them up. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, it's pretty much the same thing. Blood sugar, blood glucose. It's not the same, but you understand it. It's the diabetic numbers. But anyway, I'm going to say that a lot too now instead of irritating. But I'm irritated. I don't mean to be. I don't want to be. I want to be happy. And I'm semi-happy, but there's that little headache in the back of my brain. The stress of the days. The lack of sleep. The not knowing. And that's even when you have like certain tests where you don't think you've ever come in contact with anything like that. At one point I did a bunch of STD tests. I think with one of my pregnancies just to make sure or something. And I was nervous about those. Even though I knew I hadn't contacted anything or shouldn't have contacted anything. But it made me nervous. The same thing with this. Even though I know it doesn't really tell you a whole lot. I know, again, some of y'all gonna argue with me, but it really doesn't. But it is kind of a worrisome waiting. And it's also worrisome, will I be out of work for 2 weeks? Will I actually get paid? I hear you get paid, but will I actually get paid? Because if I don't, that screws me over. And then like in late October, me and hubby are planning our anniversary trip to Gatlinburg or somewhere anyway. We were thinking Gatlinburg, but the room we always like to get is not available. The hotel is booked out, so I don't know about that. But that is the plan anyway, if we're all healthy and everything's good. But you got to be able to work to afford those things, and right this minute, ain't looking good. We'll just have to see. You guys probably know better than I do. I know that at one time they were doing that, where if you had to be tested and had to be out, or if you tested positive. Do y'all know how that works work-wise? I do have a doctor's note for work already. He handed that to me without asking. Of course, you know, you have to be quarantined. And it even says that even if the COVID-19 PCR test is negative, given his or her symptoms and risk for false negative results, she should remain on home isolation for 10 days and may return to work or school 10 days from the symptoms onset, provided that she is fever-free without a fever-reducing medication for at least 24 hours. Does that mean I have to be out of work for 10 days? Regardless of what my results say? Alright, let's try that again. Maybe I misunderstood. Okay, I mean, there's two parts. The top part says, if the COVID-19 PCR test is negative, she may return to work, school, when they are fever-free for 24 hours. Any symptoms have improved significantly. Oh, fever-free. Okay, it got a little confusing. Even if the COVID-19 PCR test is negative, giving his or her symptoms the risk for a false negative result, he or she should remain on home isolation for 10 days and may return to schoolwork 10 days from the onset. Okay. Does that mean I have to be out of work for 10 days? I need to call up there in the morning and ask them. Because, I mean, if it's negative, I don't know. But that's what it sounds like. Do y'all have any experience with that? Are you a nurse that does these paperworks? That's a little confusing. There is a place for a signature, or for a date on that part. And there's not a date on that, although it is one up on the... Okay, I see. They dated the... I don't want to show all the information, but they dated this one and did not date this one. So... I assume we go by that one. But it says I can return to schoolwork on 9/20 because I did tell them that they started like 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm ready for the metallic taste to be gone. Don't know for sure what it is, but I want it gone. And a lot of people are getting this right now. And I have seen some that say, oh, it's cakewalk, no big deal, allergy, sinus symptoms, small cold symptoms, and others. I mean, the ICU, I'm so bored and I wish my family were here and I'm scared. It's just, you don't know what reaction you're going to have regardless of anything. So, whew. All right, so guys and dolls, look forward to an upcoming video if you're curious what I have to actually say about all of that, because I can't put it out here. I can't give the data, the facts, the knowledge. I can't. It'll just get yanked, or my entire channel will get yanked. So, laundry's done. See what I've been doing all day? That's what I usually do. It's normal. But I've been home. I'm going to paint my nails in a little while, I think. Alright, guys and dolls. Somebody asked me what the nail stuff I use. I think it's just Pro Salon. Oh, no. I'll get it down tomorrow and show y'all, but right now. Anyway, everything will be coming up at the end of the video. Sorry I was just talking, but I've been here and kind of bored all day. So, you're my outlet. You're the folks I talk to. You're the folks I run my mouth to. This is what I do. If you need help with your ketogenic journey, my contact information is below. Tomorrow I will try not to be so irritated. It's just one of those days, man. It just is. If you need my help, my contact information is below. If you need help getting your macros, I need to know your age, weight, height, and how active you are. All four of those things are important when determining your macros. Or you can go over to ketodiamond.com. I have 3 videos that are very, very short that show you how I get my macros, and you can get them yourself that way. Or, again, you can contact me and just let me know all the information about you that I need to know, and I will be glad to help you or answer any other questions you have. Apparently, I'm going to have some free time at home, so ask away. Why not, right? This is going to suck. Alright, y'all. Let me know what you did during your quarantine if you've had to do it. Did your house get clean? Were you too sick for the cleaning? Because that's possible too. I don't know. You just let me know what happened to you, your experience and all that. Because experience helps us learn and grow. And sometimes it's other people's experience that helps us learn and grow. So, share it below, please. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, ring that bell. There are some great ways to support the channel, and it's down there too, including some Shashka bracelets, Amazon, PayPal, all that stuff. Y'all know how that works. Get you some ORGAIN collagen peptides. Much love, many prayers. Make your next meal keto. Stay healthy, y'all. Do it. You can do it. I have faith. Bye, y'all. Good Monday morning, you guys. And I might share this randomly throughout the week, but I am having my morning coffee. It's, of course, pumpkin spice because it is the season. You see I've drank most of it with my collagen peptides in there from ORGAIN. If you are interested in this, you can get it for 30% off your first order using my code below. I am having D3K2, B12. Again, you can get these down below. There's just an Amazon link, so if you're interested in those. I'm taking saw palmetto and vitamin C, not only for immunity, but for skin, hair, nails, all that stuff. So we'll see. And then Jake has had his morning medicine. I ran out of the Move Free stuff, and this is very similar, so this is what I grabbed him. Hi, excuse me. Oh man, hey, oh man. Morning, you guys. Alright, so it's 11:30 in the morning. I am going to go ahead and break my fast with these chicken breast strips. Protein is the best way to break your fast. I do have a little blackened seasoning on here, just for taste. And I'm going to eat it. Let's see, but this is a Dave's Triple. I ordered this with the bun because for some reason every time you order it without the bun, they take everything off of it. I mean, so it's literally just 3 pieces of beef and some cheese. And I was kind of wanting the tomatoes and onions and stuff, you know? So, Monday morning, 164.6. Tuesday morning, guys, I already had it on one time to see what I weighed. 165.2 for the video.